tonight's video, we'll be looking at scary and creepy TikToks that you should not watch before bed.
For the last 3 years, a man on TikTok has been documenting the bone-chilling haunting in his home. His account is filled with these unexplainable captures with new paranormal evidence being posted sporadically. Well, just a couple weeks ago, he managed to catch something that terrified him to his core.
Go lie down. It's okay. Lie down. Stay. Been doing this all morning and I don't have time for this today.
Nah, bro,
Stop.
I'm good.
Hey, buddy.
I'm out of there.
I got too much going on. You gotta cut it out. Okay.
Time to move.
I'm just gonna set it up. Paper towels. And we'll just let the phone roll.
Oh.
I asked you if you gotta go.
Time to go. Look, what is that? Tell me y'all seen that.
Calm down. He's okay.
Tell me y'all see that.
Please, not today. Just, holy cow.
Bro, lock the door. Put something in front of the door or something. No way.
Little buddy.
The door to his basement repeatedly opened on its own, but as he set his phone down to record, a terrifying dark figure can be seen standing on the stairs. This figure continued to open the door, inching closer and closer towards the top step. This ominous pitch-black being looks to be the cause of all the strange occurrences over the last 3
This man was walking through the cemetery when all of a sudden he heard screams coming from an accident ahead. When he got there, no one was there. This is the video. Pay close attention.
So there's a car accident?
People gotta learn to slow down. Lucky they didn't hit none of these tombstones. Real lucky. Hello? You alright? You okay? What the hell? What the fuck is going on here? There ain't nobody there.
Oh,
Miss?
man.
Hello?
Seemingly innocent photos with disturbing backstories. Part 1. While this may seem like a normal class photo, the backstory is much darker. At the top left, there are 2 students pointing imaginary firearms at the camera. Their names are Eric Harris and Dylan Claybold. A few months after the photo was taken, Eric and Dylan would walk into Columbine High School and murder 15 people. This is the last photo taken of Peyton Leutner just before her 2 friends attempted to murder her, all in the name of the famous creepypasta, Slender Man. This stroller belongs to a 4-year-old Ukrainian girl named Liza. In July of 2022, her and her mother Irina were hit by a Russian missile.
Okay, so I spent a lot of time reading about...
Yo, like, I was not expecting that. They said they was hit by a missile. Like, how many times do you hear that? Oh yeah, such and such and her mom got hit by that missile the other day.
About the dark side of Disney. And there was this period of time in the Disney parks known as the Dark Ages of Disney. It's known for being the bloodiest time in the park's history. It was a period of time from the mid-90s to the early 2000s where the park decided it wasn't going to maintain the rides anymore. They were only going to fix the rides after an accident happened, which I talk about today on the podcast, but I want to talk about a specific instance. And that's the first big disaster they had, which was the Columbia ship disaster. So on Christmas Eve 1998, this ship was coming into this dock way too fast. And mind you, at the time, staff had been complaining about the ship for a while. It needed maintenance, but the park refused to maintain it. So as the ship's coming in too fast, this employee grabs a rope and ties it to this post. And what happens is the rope gets too taut, the ship keeps moving, and it rips a big metal cleat off the boat. The cleat whips around at like hyperspeed towards the crowd and hits Luan Dawson in the face. He died on the spot from a fractured skull, and his wife had to get rushed to the hospital for horrific facial trauma. It was so bad that apparently some of the people that just saw the accident happen had to go to the hospital. But in classic Disney fashion, there was a little bit of a cover-up. So these are investigators looking at the dock right after the accident happened, which you'll notice is very clean. And that's because when they arrived, Disney executives brought them all into a conference room for 4 hours while other Disney employees cleaned up the deck to make it look spotless. It was actually a while before the park had to admit fault and settle with Dawson's family for over $25 million, it's believed. But yeah, there's
ghost footage. Yo, what? This ain't never seen on camera. Yo. Had they just left her there? Oh, snap. Bro, what? What's going on in this video? What's he doing? Look like he praying or something like that. What and where is this? Like, what in the Stranger Things is going on?
Chilling facts. Hiking robot designed to travel North America simply on the kindness of strangers was found decapitated 2 weeks after the project started. More serial killers are born in November than any other month in the year. If you stood on the surface of Mars without a spacesuit, you would pass out within 30 seconds and be unalived in 60. Doctors used to believe infants couldn't feel pain. In 1987, it was believed that small babies couldn't feel any type of pain until, of course, they performed surgery on one without any anesthesia. Laika the space dog was never meant to come home. After placing Laika in the container and before closing the hatch, we kissed her nose and wished her bon voyage, knowing that she would not survive the flight. In 1957, the Soviet Union launched Laika the space dog into space. She was found astray on the streets of Moscow. Researchers later confirming that they never planned to receive her. This man spent 12 years in a coma. While he was in said coma, he heard everything, including his mother say, "I hope you die." The person who invented homework, Robert Neville, invented it in 1905 as a punishment for his students. A man in Washington state found a caterpillar that looks like it has an image of a man's face on the back. The internet's pretty sure it was Edgar Allan Poe. Like and follow.
They were working during the late hours of the night when they see this. A man named Fernando was working at a railway train station when he decides to record a video to send to his family. In the video, as he's walking by the side of the train, he doesn't notice, but what looks like a pale, shadowy figure can be seen watching
you
him.
can see
Fernando begins to walk faster towards the group, as if
it's probably like all type of spirits and stuff watching us all the time, and we never notice, right? Because we never look at it, and the moment you look at it, it's gone.
he's trying to keep calm after witnessing the figure. If the train wasn't operating at the time, just who or what was that?
Never Tell Me the Odds, Part 25. In 2007, a bowhead whale was discovered with the end of a harpoon stuck in its head. It was later found that the harpoon tip dated back to the year 1890, proving that the bowhead whale is the world's oldest known living mammal. Author Lois Duncan wrote many popular crime and suspense novels throughout the 70s and 80s. But she basically stopped writing completely when her own daughter became the victim of an unsolved murder case in 1989. Breaking Bad has 62 episodes in total. The 62nd element on the periodic table is samarium, a substance typically used to treat lung cancer. Aerial photographer Robert Haas was taking photos over the Yucatan when he spotted something spectacular. A bunch of flamingos were hanging out in the shape of a giant flamingo.
Now that's crazy.
In the 1980s, a man suffering from severe OCD shot himself in the head attempting to take his own life. But instead of killing him, the bullet destroyed the part of his brain that was responsible for the OCD. And he went on to become a straight-A college student 5 years later.
Real-life human giants. This is Robert Wadlow from Illinois. He is the tallest...
So I'm reading this book right now. It's called The Food of the Gods. And in that, man, it just makes me think of these giants, right? You know, what if there's some scientists out here testing some people and they gave somebody a certain substance that allowed them to continue to grow and not grow in spurts like everything else does? Just a constant growth, no curve at all. That's what, man, wouldn't that be crazy if that's what giants were?
Man to ever live. He measured 8 feet and 11 inches. Back then, the average American male was only 5'6". Robert Wadlow also has the record for the largest hands and feet. All of his clothing, shoes, and even his bed had to be custom made. He would actually charge people money to stand up and show off his massive size, earning the equivalent of $1,000 per day. This is Yao Defen from China. At 7 feet and 8 inches, she is one of the tallest women ever. The average Chinese woman is only 5'3", meaning Yao Defen definitely stands out in a crowd. Yao also weighed 346 pounds. Sadly, Yao passed away in 2012, but we still don't know why. This is...
Hey, so, not to sound okay, but why are the Asian people that's tall named Yao? Anybody gonna be able to tell me that?
Sultan Kotan from Turkey. At 8 feet and 3 inches, he is the tallest living person. His height is caused by a tumor in his pituitary gland, causing an excessive amount of growth hormones. In 2013, he married Merv Debo. She is only 5 feet and 8 inches, meaning that this couple has a massive height difference.
The English language is not what it looks like. This language is actually a trap. It is said that this language signifies the end of days and that there will be one united language, but we don't know what will it be. Many of us speak English but do not know its actual origin. It's actually a Germanically occult influence language used by Sir Francis Bacon's Shaker cult. Their goal was to introduce witchcraft into our daily life. This cult was responsible for the works of William Shakespeare, which explains why all of the stories have entirely different writing styles and how they successfully managed to trap us by bringing 1,700 new words into the language. Just see how our everyday spellings have been affected by our addiction to Hollywood, which is the wood used by witches and wizards to craft their wands and staff. So be careful of your words, since the Bible warns that blessings and cursings out of the same mouth. This is my brethren on not be, and now you know that.
If you see this animal, you need to run seriously.
Wait. Who's ever going to see that animal right there? Like, that looks like an enlarged bumblebee or a hornet or something, but like some mutant hornet. Man, ain't nobody gonna ever see that animal.
Fast! There is a new animal on the loose, and it is a bumblebee mixed with a fish. And these things are extremely dangerous. They have 59 teeth that are super sharp, and they can fly because they have 6 wings. So if you see this bumblefish, you need to run seriously fast. But if you follow me right now, you'll be safe forever. So hit follow.
Okay. Yo, what's over the gate? Y'all see them hands? Gee.
Let's talk about one of the most disturbing movies.
They bogus. I jumped for real, yo. I'm not even gonna lie. I jumped for real on that one.
That I have seen, Hagasusa. This movie is sick. There were times where I honestly needed to look away because I was so uncomfortable. So, just letting you know. Hagasusa is a German movie from 2018 that takes place during the 15th century and is about a woman who is dealing with her mom's very strange death and now has to deal with all the villagers thinking she's a witch. This movie has a 93% on Rotten Tomatoes and a half rating on Letterboxd and IMDb. I'm gonna be honest, this movie's not for everybody. I feel like if you like movies like The Lighthouse or The Witch, you're definitely gonna like this one. This movie has very unconventional horror, so it's not really like jump scare scary. It's more on the creepy side in that the horror is more psychological and disturbing. Disturbing in like very sick ways, okay? Like literally, I'm telling you, beware when you watch this. Okay. So if you wanna watch something that has a dreary and dark aesthetic, and will also make you feel extremely uncomfortable at times, like I truly mean it, okay? Like uncomfortable. Check out Hagasusa. I think it's a really interesting horror piece. So just check it out. Check it out. You might regret it, might not. I don't know. I liked it though.
Alright, y'all. I guess I'm gonna have to check out that Hagasusa. Yeah, guys, these are some of the most scary and creepy TikToks that you'll find on the internet. If you like the content, don't forget to subscribe, turn your notification bell on, and until next time, YouTube, peace.